much. What? Oh, man. Well, you know what they say. The show must go on. Well, one day while I was sleeping, I dreamed I was dreaming and woke in the strangest of places. I thought I hit hell, but upon hearing no bells, I'd be damned if I worked in the city. Being already homesick, I decided to split. I guess compared to me dreaming. But the same man came late, and for making me wait, I proceeded kicking his butt in. Well, it takes more than some dreaming and a Sandman tiptoeing to keep this hero hook up. But when I opened my eyes to an unknown surprise, I couldn't believe where I was. After blinking in vain, it became all too plain. I was back in the city again. But in these most abject conditions, I had made my decision. Converting the city to country is this hillbilly's vision. Oh. See you later, city boomkin. See you later, city bumpkin. In the city, bumpkin's pumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin. Now all that was needed was a place to preach. That's when I saw it right across the street, Leslie's karaoke open mic and drag bar. Now that I had my congregation, I got a straight confession that some of the men were women. But to disclose all information, someone should have mentioned that some of the women were men in linen. What the hell? I suppose the beer should have gave it away. See you later, city bumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin. In the city, bumpkin's pumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin. I ordered my first round of Harry the dog. That's truly man's best friend. When three gender benders came up from behind, asking if I wanted my stool pushed in. Now if they could dot their lowercase j's and cross their t's, there'd be a thing unknown to me. But they certainly could cross their eyes. Ah, there's a sight for sore. Well, you know. See you later, city bumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin. In the city, bumpkin's pumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin. That's when I saw it, both stage and pulpit, and I made a dive for the mic. I knew if I reached it, I could educate these old boys to some UP country lives. I sang both country and western. In both dialects I am fluent. A redneck's a redneck, no matter what color. I sing of how street smart I am and how our roads are all gravel. I sang how that last stroke I had was no stroke of genius. How I can't afford addictions, 'cause they're too much commitment and maintenance. And how I was never as lonely as I were longing to be. I sang of ringing hell's bells at the pearly gates of heaven, about how I was looking for the fountain of youth in Death Valley, and how I got lost in one of them there newfangled revolving doors. But when I sang Boy Named Sue, I got their attention. That's when I knew I had converted this pub of your mansion to honky tonk. See you later, city bumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin. In the city, pumpkin's pumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin. Just when I thought I had won them all over, the LGBTQ plus crew made it clear that this gig was over. They broke a full beer bottle over my head and said, "This round's on you." Well, by now I knew it were no use. After enduring such alcohol abuse, I said, "Now apparently you don't see that it don't matter who you be to me. If we should both agree to disagree, I was just repeating what you be babbling. You could end up cold and stiff as the drinks that you're sipping. You may be woke now, but soon you'll be sleeping. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll smoke this whole joint down." Well, they responded I'd be as flat as the beer I was sloshing, and if I hung around one more round, I'd be in for a bashing. See you later, city bumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin. In the city, pumpkin's pumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin. Truth be told, I was a-shaking like an altar boy at the Vatican location. Whatever happened to that commandment, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's ass? I had to make myself scarce as a gerbil in Frisco, but before I could vamos, the whole place had let loose. Dresses, drinks, fists, and braziers, they were flying. Now about this time I started a-praying. That's when my skunk head started a-spraying. Now they were waving white flags while I was waving Old Glory. Now if you're burning our flag, don't do it near me, 'cause I'll wrap you up in it and pour gasoline on you. 'Cause terrorists make good kindling too. Oh, the red, white, and blue. See you later, city bumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin. In the city, pumpkin's pumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin. That's when I noticed the change came over them. In place of dresses and braziers, they was wearing ripped faded blue jeans and cut-off flannels. They said, "Sorry we're late, thanks for helping us see straight. Our eyes ain't crossed no more. It's a miracle." Said, "This one's on me, and keep the crossing on your T's. It's not what you see with your eyes, it's what you hear with them. And don't let me hear you're listening to opera or rap, just country and western, none of that other crap." We all raised a full glass, and I let them all pass. After all, it weren't my class they were flunking. Take it from me, they all earned a degree. A master's in Uber country funkin'. See you later, city bumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin. In the city, bumpkin's pumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin. See you later, city bumpkin.